Hey everybody, this is Rockin' Spirit Jen, and today we are going to make a wonderful recipe utilizing brown rice Krispies. And I just use an organic brown rice Krispie. And no, we are not making soap. I've been hankering for something sweet, and right now I don't have anything that I eat that is sweet other than fresh fruit, and so, or dried fruit. And then every now and again I treat myself to some vegan raw chocolate, but I don't want to burn out on that, so I like to develop recipes for things that taste sweet but they have a lot of nutrition, so they keep your blood sugar stable. At the same time, it quenches my appetite for needing something sweet. And I've made these several times in the past. I have not made them yet this year, and so I decided it was time to bring out the recipe and share it with you all. So the vegan healthy recipe, mostly everything is in a more of a raw state except for the brown rice Krispies. So since I am cooking stuff with chocolate, I'm going to put my Any Task sleeves on today. Today these are not soaper sleeves, but they are baking and cooking and food making sleeves. And I don't have any of my tight gloves, so I'm just going to go ahead, because I'm going to be using my hands in this, and wear these food prep plastic gloves. So I think that'll be just fine. So basically I've measured 5 cups of the brown rice Krispies. Okay. And then I have my oils melted here, which is consisting of coconut oil, organic coconut oil, and extra virgin olive oil. I've got 2 tablespoons of honey. Let's get a little bit of oil. To keep your honey from sticking to your utensils, layer a little bit of oil into your measuring spoon. And you'll see here that this is going to slip right out. So that's a little trick for you all. So 2 tablespoons. I have wildflower here that's raw. 100% raw dark wildflower honey. I'll use that. Okay, so we've got, the oils are not heated hot. I've got this just at melting temperature of about 78 degrees. Enough to heat up and disperse the honey, but to keep the integrity of the oils in its most raw state. As long as you don't heat above about 115 to 118 degrees, keep your oil's integrity. It does not turn toxic at any rate, so you keep that nice and pure and good. And so I'm just going to mix that honey. To this, I'm going to add just a pinch of Himalayan pink salt. Don't need a lot, but salt helps to bring out the sweetness, and it also provides you with really good minerals. 1 tablespoon of cacao powder. That's going to give us our chocolate measure here, and this is raw cacao powder. Put that in there. We're going to use 2 tablespoons coconut sugar. And these are all very natural sweeteners that do not give you the blood sugar spike. So that's really nice. I'm going to use about 1/4 teaspoon of ground vanilla bean powder, and this is the ground vanilla pod. As you can see, it's the whole bean. Smells divine. Then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of reishi mushroom, and this is going to help with well-being, and it's calming. It's just a beautiful product. It increases the immune system. It's anti-cancer. It's great for well-being, great for your lungs and respiratory. So this is superfood snacks. And then I have a little bit of maca, so we're going to add a tablespoon of maca. Maca is great for endurance and stamina. It's great for balancing emotions, just like the reishi. But this also stabilizes the hormones. It's very good for hormone balancing. We're going to use 1 tablespoon of flax. And you know, you can put any of these ingredients directly into the liquid, or you can put it directly into the cereal. I probably should have put it all here into that liquid, but I accidentally mixed it in with the Rice Krispies, but no matter. So we're going to use a tablespoon of flax. Awesome. And that's golden flax milled. Now the good thing about flax is it helps to remove, flax helps to remove the bad estrogens from the body, things that we come in contact with diet and with drinking and eating out of plastic, chemicals, excitotoxins, things that turn good estrogen in our bodies to bad estrogen. And even the receipts that you handle at the store have an endocrine disruptor. It is the stain finish powder that helps the ink to stay on that thermal paper. When you handle that, your body uptakes those endocrine disrupt hormone inhibitors, and it actually causes toxic estrogen, which is responsible for breast cancer and a myriad of other issues in your health. So flaxseed every day is super good for removing bad estrogen and promoting good estrogen in the body. The more good estrogen you have, the better balance you have with your progesterone, and also getting rid of the bad estrogens that come into your body. So we've got that. I'm going to add a little bit. I use this vegan superfood green powder that's got wheatgrass, alfalfa, spirulina, kale, beets, banana, berries, barley grass, aloe, pomegranate, apple pectin, flaxseed, mushrooms, probiotics, and more. And this is terrific. I've been drinking this product. It has a banana flavor in the background, so you can't taste the greens. It's sweetened with stevia. I've been using this for 2 or 3 years. Phenomenal. Absolutely love it. It's a life changer. So I've got a brand new container of that. So I always like to put superfoods in the things that I eat that are treats, so that they're supporting and building my body. And we're going to use a tablespoon of this, 1 tablespoon of this plant-based protein by Ripple, and it's an unflavored, and it's basically pea protein. And I've been using pea protein the whole time that I've been on my vegan journey. So we're going to use 1 tablespoon of this. To this recipe, I add cocoa butter. I have forgot to melt that in there. And at this stage is when you want to taste test it for sweetness and make sure you have it where you like it to be. I don't like overly sweet treats. That's why I eat my dark chocolate that has at least 70% cacao in it. And I used to love milk chocolate, and I still do, but I feel way better and I eat a whole lot less when it's the dark bittersweet. And it's full of antioxidants. It's so powerful for heart health and for cell health. So we'll give this a quick little taste. Perfect. Oh, that is just so decadent. Love it. I like to add, on occasion, some embeds into this Rice Krispie treat, and so I think chocolate and freeze-dried strawberries would be really nice, and that'll give a little bit of a brightness and a little bit more antioxidants as well. There's a strawberry leaf in there. So basically, I'm just going to break these up a little bit. So I have a little bit. You could put freeze-dried raspberries. You could put dried fruit in this, like some goji berries. Mango pieces cut up small, even freeze-dried mango. I like the freeze-dried better. I like the crisp aspect going along with the crisp Rice Krispies. And I keep these in the refrigerator because of the coconut oil. I don't want them to fall apart. I want them to stay nice and hard. Absolutely love them in the fridge. It's a nice cool treat. If you want to take them on a trip, you're going shopping or to the gym, you could put 4 or 5 of these little cubes that I'm going to make these in, these molds. And you could throw them in your gym bag or your purse and have them for a quick protein-rich sweet treat snack that's got all kinds of good nutrition in it on the go to help bridge that gap so you don't eat fast food when you're hungry and out running around. I usually typically will have 1 or 2 of these every night after dinner, maybe with a cup of tea. It's a sweet little treat. Or if I'm going shopping in the big city where I spend 4, 5, 6 hours, I'll take a handful of these with me so that I'm getting my proteins and my greens and a little carbs, good sugars for stabilizing my blood sugar. It's just all good. So now we're ready to incorporate our chocolate aspect, the beautiful cocoa butter, olive oil, coconut oil. We'll just drizzle that on in. So basically, this is it. You just mix that all in. And with the coconut oil and the olive oil, great antioxidants, really good, powerful source of omega-3s. It's good for brain health, memory, cognitive function. Good to ward off Alzheimer's or dementia, any mental degenerative diseases, balances your moods, stabilizes the blood sugar. Because of the sugars in here, it helps to release the sugar slowly in the body. When you add protein and fats, you feel satiated faster, so you eat less. And a little fun fact about coconut oil is, if you remember the HCG product that people were taking for rapid weight loss, is basically the hormone that women have whenever they're pregnant, and it helps to usher the nutrients that the mother takes in out of her body into the baby's development. So it takes the stores out of your body, the fat stores, and uses them for energy in developing that fetus. And so this does the same thing. When you take coconut oil, and let's say you take a couple of tablespoons a day, it actually causes your body to release its stored fat and to be used as energy. So in essence, the fat is a good fat, and it helps you to lose weight. It helps you to utilize those sugars that are holding hostage in your fat cells. And that's basically what fat cells are. It's little gasoline capsules, okay? Thinking of gasoline as sugar, because everything that you eat turns to sugar and the brain uses that. So it all has to turn to glucose. And so the more fat cells you have, that is unused energy. That's gas sitting in a tank not being burned. And so it's the last to go usually. You burn your food that you eat right away, and the fat stores come after. And that's why it's good to exercise, because during the day when you're not eating, it helps to pull the fat from your body and burn as energy throughout the day to keep your brain function going, because you can't live long without sugar, glucose going to your brain. It's absolutely vital and necessary. And so my brain has had lots of sugar, because when I dropped this 60 pounds over this last 10 months, well, I didn't hardly eat any food. I'd probably say at best I ate about 700 calories a day. But my body pulled from its resources and got rid and spent all that old sugar deposits, and toxins are held there too. So you want to be drinking lots of water when you're losing weight, because you don't want your body swimming around with toxins that it's deposited in the fat cells to deal with later as it's trying to protect the body today. So when you're exercising, you're losing weight, you want to make sure that you're eating a lot of greens, juicing, and that you're also breathing well, because aerobic exercise is all about breath. It's not so much about what it does for your heart and what it does for your muscles and body, but aerobic means breath. And so the toxins come out of your breath. And so when you get your heart rate up, yeah, you're pumping your heart, it's a muscle, and so you're exercising that. But really what you're doing is you're breathing harder, and every time you exhale, you're getting rid of the carbon dioxide, and you're also getting rid of the toxins that's in your body. So that's another fun fact with my holistic health coach certification. That's a freebie for you all. I always try to give you a little bit of tips and instruction every time I bring a recipe. So this is all done. This is incorporated well. It was done a long time ago, but I just wanted to talk with you all. So basically, I just take these little ice cubes trays or circle trays, and these give you nice little single portions. And I'll put these right in the freezer for about 30 minutes, or I'll put them right in the refrigerator and leave them there for a couple hours to let that coconut oil harden these up really nicely. And then I just put them in a Ziploc bag. And if you feel like you need a little bit more coconut oil to hold this all together, it's kind of a hit and miss with that. You could always add another tablespoon or so of melted oil, and you can just drizzle it, you know, maybe a half a teaspoon. You don't even have to heat it up, as long as it's already in its melted state. You can just pour a teaspoon on top of each one of these, and I'll eat a couple of these and I don't even have to come home and eat for another 2 or 3 hours. So these are super good. So basically that's a half a box of that cereal. So if you want to make a whole box, then you have enough to last you for, you know, it depends on whether you eat 1 a day or 2 a day. If you want to use the whole box, then you've got a good couple of weeks worth of nice treats. Or power snacks. You could always add anything to this that you like. If you want to add some sunflower seeds or hemp seeds in this. Hemp seeds would be really nice and blend well. Press them on in. And the reason why I like these silicone ones is at the bottom you can just push them out when they're nice and hard. And they come out real nicely. And any of the pieces that don't hold together and fall down into your baggie, sprinkle those on your plain or vanilla yogurt. They're to die for. This is all goodness. Nothing bad. You could put some raw sprouted almonds that have a touch of salt in here. Pine nuts. I mean, sky's the limit to what you can put in that. Dried apricots. I mean, anything that pairs well with chocolate, dried raspberries, dried wild blueberries. Okay, so this is good. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the freezer, then I'll unmold them and show you the finished product. Okay, another task, good to go. Well, let's see how they taste. I don't have words. I missed these. Give it a try.